All right, good. We're up and running. Awesome. Wow. All right. So I've had a look at the news calendar. I don't see anything in there that should keep me out of the market today, which is exciting for a change. Hasn't been that way lately. So it's a matter of sitting out the first couple of minutes, let the volatility pass by, and then find an opportunity. Basically, that's about it. There it is. What happened to the SPY? Anyone know? They just crashed overnight or over the weekend?
You weren't around to buy all the options, so yeah, it's waiting for you.
Oh man. All right, I'm back today. Ready to go.
The spy will be very happy. So will the market makers. They're happy to take your money.
Making money is tough. Keeping it is even tougher. That's when it gets hard. Those are good problems to have. All right. This is interesting activity, though. You had the consolidation last week, you had the breakout, the move up, and it came right back into where it consolidated last week. On the way down, it looks like. Bigger perspective, it's on the way up, and it's just a pullback. You know what would be interesting is when it comes down to 584.10, like to get there and basically bounce off of that big consolidation. So you had the breakout, had a retest, and even that could happen again today. I'd like to get a long down here if it gets down there and bounces off. And that could be a setup for a big one. On the other perspective, you have a smaller perspective. It's come down, it's consolidating, it might break down. You know what? I don't like the quality of this consolidation. It's more bullish than bearish. That's just pushing upwards rather than pushing the level down there. So be careful with it.
Oh,
Morning, Aiman. There you are.
How are you doing, man?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Anything you like today?
Just the SPY, as always. Nothing more. I don't look at anything else.
Your money maker, your own printing machine.
The only place I can trade these days. It's enough liquidity.
No, that's true. That's true. I've been watching Amazon, but honestly, I don't like a lot today, especially with the gap. I might end up watching the SPY and the Qs with you and analyze the markets. For me, Amazon, I'm slightly long biased because we're sitting around the 200 moving average. We gap down to the 9 moving average, which makes it look like an ABCD pattern. But still downside after a red weekly candle on a gap down. What I like about it the most is the mini range on the 60-minute chart and the hammer on the hourly candle. So maybe we can watch it for a long above $201 if it holds it after the market open, or above 202. 201 or 202, and that's it. Nothing else.
Aiman, are you sharing your screen? I don't see it up here.
Wait, wasn't it shared? Let me just try to share it one more time. It's because of the VPN. Can you see my screen, guys?
Not yet. Yep, now it's there. Cool. There you go.
Good. Awesome. So yeah, like I was saying, I mean, the downside on the SPY is the fact that we gap down after a red weekly candle. So probably this week could be red and we could maybe even fill the gap. Who knows? The upside about it is that there was a mini consolidation around here. We did break this consolidation, so we're forming some sort of a bull flag up here. It could hold it before the continuation, but still we gap down after a red candle. The level is unclear around here. It's the 9 moving average and the 200 moving average, but you know that these moving averages, they're just averages. The price would go below them, could hold them. It's just a zone, area of interest. So I don't like the weekly, I don't like the daily. It is still playable, but playable for a really small momentum move based on the 60-minute chart. That's the only thing that I like. You could see that on the 60-minute chart, we sold off a lot. We started forming a mini range. The 8 a.m. candle is a bullish candle because there is a bigger upper wick. So I think that maybe there is a possibility for it to go at least to the pre-market high, maybe 2 days ago low. Maximum to 204, which is unlikely because that's 50% of the ATR. How can we play Amazon today? two ways to play it. I think a break below $201 and recovery, which would mean that we're having a fake breakdown. Or a second way to play it is above 202 for a momentum play into 202.70. That's all that could be played, nothing else in my opinion. I might not end up playing it if it doesn't give one of these two entry criteria. Ideally, we want to play it around the low. Fake break below, recovery into the middle, long added the high, and all out around here. That's it for me for today.
Very nice. You know, guys, I'll tell you, there's one thing Aiman doesn't know is that he's been my mentor for the last 6 years. He doesn't even know it. So I've been following him everywhere since I began in 2019, always showing up in the trade review sessions that you used to do in BBT or trade screenshot sessions, whatever that was. I was there twice a week and always watching your stuff. So
I remember you there. I remember actually Avi when he was just starting the random trades that were shared and I was not really sure what's happening. But then, man, you've improved a lot, and now he's making more money than Andrew.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Good job, Avi, man. You're amazing. You're awesome.
Just a phase. But yeah, guys, there's a lot to learn with Aiman's style because he's very methodical and there's a checklist and logical. So I always found it easy to learn from Aiman, and that made sense to me. So I've evolved from that background.
I really appreciate it. Raf, you have a question?
No, just loving the love.
Awesome.
That's the other Raf. Hey, Aiman, this is not a question for you. I want to ask Avi a question because with Moody's forecast, I'm not sure it's totally responsible for the market to be so red this morning, but I know you don't trade with a bias. However, you would prefer taking your option trades long calls. And do you treat this today a little differently than you would normally because everything is red and you're looking for the SPY to hit bottom or to move up and start taking your trades? Or are you more careful, for example?
No, I didn't even know about this Moody's thing until you mentioned it right now. So I have no clue about it. It doesn't influence anything I'm doing. For me, I'm only leaning in on one thing, and that's a 30-minute candlestick chart. That's it. That'll tell me if I should even play with the market or not. So yeah, I like to just look at one simple thing. I don't want to get it all mixed up with news and various opinions and all that stuff. Keeps my head clear, then I can be decisive rather than getting confused and indecisive.
Okay, yeah. I figured you might not even take a trade today.
Yeah, I might not. I don't know. I have no idea. Last week, I only took 2 trades the entire week. Might be like that today. It might be like that this week, or it might be the opposite. I have no idea.
Okay, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
I totally agree with Avi about that thing. I mean, news, they do affect the market movement, but we never know how they'll affect them. Will it go up or will it go down? So you can't really get a bias simply because of any news that are happening. And anyway, market is chaotic. It just trades totally randomly. And your job as a trader is to spot the opportunities within this chaos, within this random behavior, snipe it and trade it. Especially for day trading, I prefer keeping it more technical than fundamental. The news only means that we'll have more liquidity, maybe even bigger ATR because of the volatility, but they don't decide the direction for us.
Yep.
So guys, anything you're interested in? Anything you want us to check? It's the pre-market.
Amy, what do you think of Mara today?
Mara, let's take a look at Mara. So again, this is a bit difficult to analyze for me. If you take a look at this weekly chart, there is a strong level of support. There it is. It broke to the downside. Now we're getting back to it. This previous level of support, it could either act as a resistance and we're going to break to the downside. Either it's going to break above it. With a higher probability, it needs to bounce to the downside because that's a huge move from $9 all the way to $16 without any single pullback on the weekly chart. There were pullbacks on the daily chart, which is good, but no pullbacks on the weekly chart. It needs to make a new weekly low before the move to the upside. But on the daily chart, there is a flag. And according to the rules that I shared, if there is a flag or a range at the edge, or at the level, you could anticipate a break of the level. So the daily is long, but the weekly is short. This by itself is already showing me some contradiction. So no weekly around here, no daily probably. You could always analyze the 60-minute chart to get at least some sort of scalper momentum. And if you take a look at the 60-minute chart, there is a major range around here between the 1650 and the 1570. And actually, there is a major range here between the 1660 and the 1520. That's the major range. Inside it, you have a couple minor ranges. The first minor range between 1570 and 1660, and the second minor range is between 1570 and 1520. How can we play ranges? Ranges could be played either for the break, either for the bounce. So you could either anticipate that this is going to happen, or you could anticipate that it's going to break and go all the way to the downside. How can we tell whether it's going to break or it's going to bounce? By the move that happened before it. I can see that we moved all the way down from here, all the way down. So at this stage, I would expect a bounce. The bounce already happened. Now we're more flagging. Since we're flagging at the edge, just what I told you about, we could expect a break to the downside, maybe all the way to 1530.
That's enough stuff. Okay? All right,
Here.
okay, and please, when you come in, if you come in, be really
Hey, I got
quiet.
a hot mic. Sorry.
Fix that
Like
issue.
that, like
So,
that.
like I said, I mean, since there is a range, you could there is more likelihood that it's going to break to the downside with a momentum move all the way to 1530. So for a shorter term, to the short side, these are still not ready. For today, more of a short.
Cool, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right.
So let me get some things ready on my other monitor.
I got questions here about BTS and PLTR. All right, let's see if we can look at that. QBTS. What is it? QBTS. There we go. What do you think of this? Well, QBTS looks like it's volatile, or has been jumpy. Perhaps the break of the pre-market high. You can see it's major resistance up there, about 1270 or so. So if it breaks through that resistance, I think you get a good chunk of momentum going upwards. Bigger perspective, 30-minute chart, it's all up, basically. I wouldn't go long until it breaks resistance, basically. You want to confirm that. So that looks like a decent setup. Again, I don't trust these sorts of things for trends. If you're scalping this stuff, that would make sense. RBs, opening volatility, all that stuff. So, yeah.
I agree on that thing with Avi. It's definitely more long. We have all the time frames aligned to the upside, the weekly chart, the daily chart, the 60-minute chart. I use the 60 instead of the 30. It makes sense why to use the 30 instead of the 60, since the 9 a.m. candle starts during the pre-market. But the 30 looks also good for a long, and yeah, definitely more long bias. One of the ways to play it, which is the safer way, exactly like Avi said, above 1270. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, look at this level that we've drawn on the 5-minute chart, 1240. It's been a level from yesterday, and it's holding during the pre-market. Best levels, in my opinion, are those that are acting as a resistance, then acting as a support. So you could look for an aggressive entry around 1240. Ideally, for an aggressive entry, I usually prefer seeing fake breaks, it going below 1240 and then recovering, with an added 1270 or a target at 1270 since it's a resistance. Above it, you could get small momentum to the upside. Interesting one, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we got questions on PLTR as well. Ooh, that was interesting. Pushed up, got chopped up, or got choppy and then gapped down so far. What is interesting is you look at the previous resistance, as Aiman was saying, there was resistance. It broke out. This could just be the retest of that breakout that happened a few days ago, probably early last week. So that bounce off this 123 zone is very interesting. If it truly is a good bounce, again, there's a long there. So I think that's a key level, 123 on PLTR. Again, 30-minute perspective. Something to look at. Be careful overhead, though. There's, plenty of chop.
Yeah, this is doing exactly the same thing as Amazon. Is the SPY and the Qs doing the same thing? Yeah, the SPY and the Qs are also looking the same thing. Look at these guys. We dropped, and you could see this minor range with an 8 a.m. candle, which is a hammer or a doji. That's on the Qs, that's on the SPY, that's on Amazon, and that's on PLTR. So I think that all of them are going to do the exact same thing. So the exact same plan that we had on Amazon could be applied also on PLTR. We'll either look at it for a long down here, or we'll look at it for a long at the break. If it breaks during the pre-market, the trade is already gone. which is unfortunate because you see Amazon, I had this plan between 200 and 201, and it looks like it might make part of the move during the pre-market. So far not, hopefully it's not going to do that, but if it does it, the trade is already gone. So we have 1 more minute, guys, before the market open. We see 2 questions, HIMS and Tesla. Let's try to take a quick look at them. HIMS, look, when you have big move like this on HIMS, 1, 2, 3, the move is already done. You don't want to continue the chase. You want to see a pullback. For me personally, a stock that made 3 candles during the pre-market, you want to see a huge drop into VWAP with a big wick. First minute should have a really big bottom wick. That could be a good trigger to play to the long side. No big wick, no trade. And then Tesla, same thing as PLTR and Amazon and SPY and the Qs.
Nice. So there you go, guys. 30 seconds to the open. Make sure you wait and wait for your trade book to set up. No point chasing anything. You've got the market here, which is an absolute gold mine. Opportunities all day. So take it easy. There is really no place for FOMO just because of the abundance out there. So, take it easy. Wait for it. Let it come to you.
Exactly. Let's sit and wait.
I think I had too much Red Bull before the open. Holy crap.
I keep my Red Bull for the evening.
Oh, crap.
You're also an addict?
Nah, I try to avoid it. Today, I didn't sleep a lot last night, so I had some.
Yeah. No, I usually drink 1 or 2 per week when I'm like literally so off, so tired.
It's tasty.
It is actually, I mean, or maybe it's the addiction.
Oh, man. You're right. Yeah, PLTR already pushing up. Well, most things are pushing up on my chart.
So this looks actually interesting. I like what I see so far, at least. I'll just quickly reload into my second browser and come back here. I like what Amazon is doing around here.
202, yeah.
Interesting. Like I said, just maybe quick momentum play.
Yeah, I'm interested in SPY breakout here, 590, 589.10, but the 1 minute needs to consolidate before going. I'm not going to chase this thing as it runs. That will be painful. 589 contracts. There we go. It's just in the money. It's going to take a bit. Cool. There goes PLTR, new 1 minute high, guys. Those of you who are momentum traders, ORB traders, having those opportunities. Oh, Tesla going the other way. And Amazon.
Yeah. Tesla, Amazon so far doing like nothing.
Yeah.
I'm logging in my second browser and I'll share my screen with you now, guys.
Yeah. See, guys, I like the 30-minute consolidation on the SPY. These lows been getting higher through the pre-market, which is encouraging for the breakout to the upside. So now I'm waiting for the same thing on a 1 minute chart consolidation, ideally higher lows. Bit of an ascending wedge setup would be great. Might take a few minutes to set up, and then there's a long. So far, it's very encouraging.
Is it possible to watch 2 screens on Google Chrome, or my stream is going to kill yours? We can watch stream, right?
You can watch both, and you can pin whichever one you want to watch.
Okay, that's good then. That's good then. That's good then.
Yeah.
So I'm back to streaming.
Oh, this is interesting.
Amazon did break the $202, but I did not play it to the long side. The main reason behind it is that the candle was a little bit too wide for me to have a good risk-reward ratio. Last time we spoke, I said that whenever you take a trade, you need to see a setup and you need to have a good and realistic risk-to-reward ratio. If I had to pull the trigger at 202 and this candle 932, I'd have to put my stop loss at least down here, 201.30, which is 70 cents. Target is around 202.70, which is the level that we talked about. That's 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, not something that I'm going for. The first minute was not bad. I mean, if the first minute kept the momentum, I probably would have played it on the first minute to the long side. Stop loss at the low of the body, that would have been 30 cents stop loss, and we could have got a quick at least 2.5 hours. Here, not good anymore, so I'm just letting it do whatever it wants to do.
I got my finger on the trigger to go long on the SPY shortly, but waiting for the new high, waiting for some breakout momentum. I like the setup, ABCD on a 1 minute. 30 minute looks good, higher lows. Just need a bit of confirmation. Be careful, big candles at the open, harder to manage risk. It can't go too heavy.
Exactly.
There we go. Okay, I got into some. See if I can scale this thing up. Not really going yet. There we go. A little bit more. Still got a wide risk, a wide stop. So I can't put on full risk. Stop is below the previous 1 minute candle. So 588.60 is the stop. The target is just way out there, 591.60. There we go. I can only add more if I have the ability to move the stop in tighter. But for now, no. There you go. Get a little breakout. Ideally, it pulls back, retest the breakout area. Then I can put in a tighter stop, bigger size, and really scale into it. Well, let's see. So stops down here. On the options chart, that's about, let's call it 205. I'm going to put a hard stop in, but it's an approximation. I'll still keep an eye on it. Those options are tricky things. Wow, my heart rate is so high. Holy crap. Shit, what the hell? It's not normal. All right, this thing wants to come back and stop out. No big deal. That's what the risk is for. That's what the stop loss is for. Don't blow up accounts. Let's see. So far, it's turned into a bit of a false breakout. Again, my stop is down here about 588.50 or approximately just below that candle, the fourth candle.
Yeah, I mean, so far it does still look good for a long, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just
messing around.
not
there.
the cleanest, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Let's get it to run. Well, I really want to tighten the stop. That's an interesting candle. Found the lows getting higher. I wonder if I can move the stop in tighter now. It's tricky. I want to add size here. How do I add size? All right, let's do a little more size on this. Okay, getting into some heavy risk now. And the new stop is just below the previous red candle, below the wick, below the low there, about 588.70 or so, 75, something like that. And let's break the high, and we'll be on our way. 591.50, 591.60 is the target, so that's up there. Well, we do have the high of a couple days ago of resistance.
That's good. Yeah, I think it's going to reach that 591. That's a really good target on this one.
Yeah.
Keeps going.
Just want to let it run now. So there you go, a little breakout, minor kind of retest candle. Added a bit on that. Now, this is the SPY. It does mess around. The price action is never clean on this thing. So what I like to do is just watch it on a 30-minute. Ideally, put the range orders in and don't watch it. So, but you know, it's got these options things. You just got to watch it. These are 0 DT options, which means I don't have the luxury of time. If it truly starts messing around, I have to de-risk it quickly and basically downsize the position or bring the stop to break even quickly, because it can really blow up in your face if you're not careful. All right, so there's a stop below the red candle there. And now, yeah, around the 591 area is when I'll pay attention to it if I survive whatever it does. And that's that. It'd be nice to get one in early in the week. Let's see what happens next. Cool. Whoa, Amazon, look at that.
Amazon actually spiked up. That was actually a decent one. But like I said, I mean, for me, no regrets at all, because it did give me the entry, did not give me the risk to reward ratio. That's kind of my style of trading. I look only for everything to be there. Good setup, good entry criteria, good stop loss, realistic target that offers me a 4-1 at least. If I don't get that, just live to trade another day.
Yeah. Always good to play defense in trading.
Exactly. I mean, the goal is eventually to make money. By the end of the month, you want to make sure that your capital is growing. You can't control the daily results. You can't control the weekly results. But the monthly results, in my opinion, is something that you can control.
Yeah, Gateson, go ahead. You got a question?
Hi. Yes, I wanted to ask you what you saw on the 30-minute for your SPY trade.
Yeah, on a 30-minute, basically you see it dropped overnight and got into this consolidation, which is pretty much where it consolidated last week. But what I'm also looking at is the quality of this consolidation. It's telling me it's got these higher lows. So it's all pushing up. These buyers to me are just buying it at higher and higher and higher prices. So I'm encouraged to get in long for that breakout through the level, or the top of the 8 a.m. candle, that Fibonacci level there. And so then basically just waiting for the 1-minute chart to get there, do a little consolidation, fractal pattern. You see a consolidation on 30, you see the same thing on the 1, consolidation before the breakout, off you go. That's basically it. The target is just the next level up. But you do have the high of Thursday, or was it the high of Thursday? That might be a tricky area. So 591 is really where I'll start taking the risk off the table. Ideally, at that point, it'd already be at break even stop anyway. So that's it.
And on a 30-minute, if you see that the levels from the range from your breakout, if the high or the low, if you see that it goes from support to resistance or vice versa, is it a level that you give more weight then?
Yeah, I like those. Even Aiman was mentioning that earlier as well, right? Levels that flip their orientation, they were support and they turn resistance, or either way around. Those are the ones you can pay more attention to, because if they're being respected, that's a good thing. I like those. Those are more higher conviction levels, especially if the price action is healthy at that area, it's behaving well, like here on the SPY it did. Then you can really put some risk on. So yeah, I have higher conviction on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's funny, if I took this same trade 2 or 3 hours from now, I'd probably put on double the size. But being in the open, I'm always a little more conservative because these candles can just spike in any direction. So, but for now, it's all right. It's still on its way. It's getting close to that target already. Oh,
Yeah, the Qs already hit the target. They are moving a little bit faster than the SPY. So the Qs already hit the level.
Yeah, okay, it's on its way. All right, let's see. Amazon is just impressive. Look at that thing. Fantastic run.
I mean,
Even like the 1-minute ORB setup on Amazon was good in the 3rd, 4th minute.
exactly. At least you had a good selection.
Yeah. Rakesh, you want to view my screen, you got to pin it. So you can, basically, if you're watching Aiman's screen and you want to unpin it, then mine. So you can pin whatever screen you want to see. You just got to hit the button. All right.
So that's what we have here.
Yeah. I'm really curious for a place to add. You know what's interesting? If I does pull back again to this 590, 589.10 area where it broke out from, and does a good retest of the when I can really add.
Yeah, even the 589.30. And basically, all we need around here is a new 5-minute low, at least a wick, because now we had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-minute candles. That's already a really big move.
Yeah,
it gives us at least a new 5-minute low, and that might happen in like next 7 to 8 minutes, probably.
That'd be good. That would be really good. Yeah, even 589.50. Yeah, but yeah, it has to pull back further. Yeah, cool. If that happens,
make a new 5 low.
Yeah, it's already halfway to the target. So, anyways, cool. Let it sit. No more Red Bull. That's a new rule in my trade book. No more Red Bull.
You know, the fact I perform better under the caffeine effect. Just pay lots of attention to all the details around me. It usually is better. Maybe it's the caffeine effect. Maybe it's the gym effect. I usually drink the pre-workout, go to the gym, come back, and start trading.
That's amazing. Can't believe you drink it regularly. Today, I had it for the first time in, I don't know, a couple of months, I think. A little Red Bull. So my body's not used to it. And I didn't even use the gym today. I usually go every weekday. But, oh well. Oh, it's an interesting bounce. You see where the SPY had resistance earlier, guys? 589.70-ish. Goes through and bounces off it. Again, a mini kind of pattern, mini breakout, mini retest of that breakout. I'm not going to add there. For me, my risk is always the big levels I'm paying attention to. So Only if it really pulls back further, I'll add, but not here, not my style. This is probably the 9 EMA or something. V1 or whatever it is. But looks good for now. Run another 70 cents or something.
I mean, entry-wise, you had like really good entry. I just zoomed out this on the SPY around the pre-market high ABCD pattern on the 1 minute chart with a 5 minute open range breakout combination. That was perfect.
Yeah, this one nice, worked out nicely. Simple pattern. Good stuff. Yeah, Agnes, you got a question here?
Yeah. Hi, Abby.
Hey.
What indicates, or what are your indicators that show that you're gonna hit your profit target? Like what is it, 591?
Yeah,
You're
these
trying to
horizontal lines on my 30-minute chart, the big target is really the burgundy line up there. But the green line, I anticipate a lot of resistance. That was a high a couple days ago. So that's where I'll de-risk a lot. Probably take out an 80, 90% there and see if I can get the rest to run, maybe and add in at that point. But at that point, it's all risk-free. It's break-even stuff. So at that point, the trade's over to me. Everything else from there is just a bonus.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I usually give a lot of priority to these automatic levels. Yesterday's high, yesterday's low, 2 days ago high, 2 days ago low. That's, for example, the $591 area. That was a level from, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago, right? It's 2 days ago high. It's 2 days ago high. So these levels are so powerful, and maybe me and Avi are viewing them a little bit differently, but eventually we're doing something similar around them. If I were long around here, it would be 90% out at 591. Now, there was a question that also Agnes asked, how do you define what's your target? Where is your final target? Why are you not partialing at all, for example, at the moment? You need to understand what you are playing and how far the stock usually runs at a particular time during the day. For example, at the open, you could expect a bigger momentum play. I mean, if we don't like the daily chart, and I don't like the daily chart on the SPY, we need to play one candle before that, which is a 30-minute chart or a 60-minute chart. Now do that. For example, Avi is playing a 30-minute candle. Take a look at the 30-minute size every single day at the open. For example, 2 days ago, the 30-minute candle was the size of $1.50. 3 days ago, it was the size of $3. Even before that, it was also $3. So today, how far could you expect that the candle is going to go for? Somewhere around $3. Now combine the average range with an actual level. $3 means that we are going to go from 558 to 591. Next thing you do is there a level between the $3, which is 591 target? If there are levels in between, you probably don't want to be greedy and go for all the $3. You want to go for the levels. If there are no obstacles, then you could maybe put it a little bit higher or put it at the ATR. In this case, the $3 average move coincides with this 2 days ago high, which is an enough realistic target. Anything in between is just nothing, just small, tiny waves.
Yeah, that's a great point. Know your levels, know your targets. Previous days, automatic levels are very significant. And anything in between is just noise, truly. 1 minute chart is just a whole lot of noise. You gotta detach from it, really detach, like let it go. Ideally, I mean, the whole setup for me is based on the 30-minute candlestick chart. So when I'm in it, I should be looking at the 30-minute. Why suddenly switch to the 1 minute just after getting in it? Well, that's because you're too attached to the trade. You're trying to control it. You're looking, you're too desperate to make money. I mean, those sorts of psychological issues. But the key is, in my experience, you make a lot more money when you just let it run. So
Exactly.
detach, let it go.
You could use the 1 minute chart for the good entries. For example, like I said, I mean, Avi's entry was amazing. Small bull flag, ABCD pattern on the 1 minute chart combined with a 5 minute open range breakout, bouncing from the pre-market high. So we use the 1 minute chart for an entry. We used it initially for a stop loss. That gives us a good risk to reward ratio because we're having a tight stop loss based on the 1 minute chart. But the target is not based on the 1 minute chart. The target is based on the 30-minute chart. That's how your losers are usually small, but your winners are 5 times, 6 times, 7 times your losers.
Yep. RVR, guys, RVR. Risk $1 to make $5, then you really make money. You can afford to take a few losses, no big deal. That's important. You got to give yourself that opportunity. Very important. However, up here, I am tempted to move it to break even, take the risk off the table.
Exactly. It's a risk-free trade from here.
Yeah. Let's move it to break even. There we go. Got a little new high. Okay, there it is at break even. No risk now. Now it's just a matter of thinking about profits.
Now look at these guys, big candles. Usually I pay attention to these big candles. Big spikes up means big spikes down. So if it gets closer to the target, you probably want to lock in some profits, especially with these spikes. And there it is, target hit.
There you go. I'm getting out of this. Now I'll leave about 10 contracts, let's say. Okay, 13 is fine. Just leave it. Let's see if it really wants to continue. That's it. For me now, the trade is over. Everything else just a bonus.
Amazing. Good job, man.
Yeah. Cool. Good fun. It's a lot simpler than last week. Oh, man. Last week was complicated.
It's the best when you get an entry at the open and then it just goes. Usually the open is a little bit difficult. You get entry at the open, you get chopped out, and then it runs in the afternoon. And it's usually like these guys. I've had also a question from one of my mentees last week. What do I do if I miss the move? I mean, usually it's like this. The stock either opens at the open, runs during the whole morning, and then later during the day it chops or reverses, or it opens choppy and it ends up being choppy till 11 or 12 p.m. and then later in the afternoon it breaks. So what can you do in this case? If you miss the open and the pop up around here, you probably don't want to chase. You don't want to play the blue flags on the 1 minute chart. That is not going to be a good risk reward ratio. Just accept the fact that you missed it. Later during the day, look for big wide double tops on the 5 minute chart to play a 20 or 30% pullback. If the open did nothing and it ended up chopping around, later during the day, you can play the breakouts. And if you take a look quickly at my chart here, and I'll just quickly open the 60-minute chart on the Qs, for example, for the whole May, starting from May 1st. What happens around here? If the market opens at 9 a.m., for example, and it makes the move, later during the day, you just play a small pullback. If it opens and it makes the move, later during the day, you play the pullback. If it opens and it chops around, later you can play the breakout. If it chops around, you can play small breakout. If it makes the move, later you play the pullback. Makes the move, later play the pullback. And why am I saying big, wide 5 minute double tops? You could have a double top that makes like this, for example, up, down, up, down. That's not a double top that I mean, because it's not enough for the 60-minute candle to close as a reversal candle or a 30-minute candle. You need a really big, wide double top, something like this. Now we need more data.
There we go.
Let me show you that. Something like this. Big up, big down, big up, big down. You see this? This is not the double top that we talked about. You need something like this. So a stock that made the whole move like this at the open, you ignore this, make small pullbacks. They could be traps. You ignore the small double tops. They could also be traps. You wait for big double tops. Stocks that did not break at the open like this, see they're chopping around during the whole morning, you can play the break of them. But obviously then there are other things that you need to pay attention to inside these time frames on the 15-minute chart and the 5-minute chart. Make sure that it's the beginning of the move, because again, risk to reward is the most important thing that you need to focus on.
Guys, I've added back into this position. It's all risk-free. New break-even is pretty close below that high of a couple of days ago. I've added above the high of a couple of days ago, trying to get a little extra pop out of it. Again, everything from here is just a bonus. Everything is risk-free. So I'll just see if the market wants to be generous today. Otherwise, it's all over anyways. So let's see if this wants to go. It looked all right for a minute there. It was holding above. Now it's pulling back below. Let's see. Ideally, it can survive the little pullback. That high that it made before it popped up, I believe it will retest that area, which is not too far off from my stop. Let's see what happens. Satch, the contract I took was 588, so my entry was here around 589.20, let's say, approximately here. So I went in the money because I want to give myself the opportunity to hold it a little better, a little longer than just a scalping kind of quick momentum play. I didn't identify any serious momentum coming. I anticipated it's going to take 30 minutes to go. It actually went faster than that. So going in the money gives you the opportunity to hold it a bit. If you're out of the money, you're dealing more with the extrinsic value, time decay, basically. And that gets trickier to survive pullbacks. So that's why I went in the money. So it'd be great if it breaks through that 591.60 area. Well, up there, I'd like to add even more. And let's see, let it run for the day. And again, it's all risk-free. There we go. You know what? I might go to the gym after this. I got way too much energy. I can't even stand in one place. This is unusual. I'm feeling so strange today. I'm not
You'll
used
get
to
the
this.
deactivation
Totally
effect.
hyper, man.
Shit, man.
You're all over the place.
I know this is not normal. I'm usually just kind of standing like a statue. Today I'm just bouncing around. Okay. That's it. I'm going for a motorcycle ride. The hell with this. Then go to the next session at 11. Shit. Ooh. Stay hydrated. All right. Let's see if I could put, so we got $4 right overhead. I could put a range order here, take some off at 4 and then let the rest run. Let's see. Range orders are fun. Range orders make life a lot simpler. And 4. And I've got 23 contracts, so I'll take off 13 at the next area. And then I have 10 contracts left. Put that, I don't know, somewhere way overhead. When we get there, we'll see what happens. Put at 8. That'd be great if this contract, the entry originally was about 250, 240, or was it about 230 really? Imagine this thing runs up to 8, huh? Talk about capital efficiency. That's some good stuff. All right, so let's see, orders are in, zoom out. Yeah. Got one order here, the next one's just way out. Let's bring it a little tighter. Bring it in a bit. Where is it? There we go. 7 makes more sense. All right. Range orders. Don't have to look at it. Do something else now. Nate, DOS crashed for you? Yikes. DOS crashed. Okay, well, definitely too risky to trade, right? The platform's not working properly. Don't play with it. Just de-risk your positions.
I'm in a trade. I can't do anything, and I think it's my internet itself.
Oh, you'll get on your broker on your phone is what I do, and just exit the position. That's why I keep my brokerage account open on my phone right next to me.
Exactly.
Well, this is the test account.
Okay. All right. If it's paper money, don't care about it. Cool. Yeah, be careful with this stuff like that. You just
the PCT account.
Oh, the funded one or the
That's the funded one, correct?
You could message or email Brandon. I think they could kill your position on their end if I'm not wrong.
Thank you.
Come on, go get that order. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it.
And yeah, you can also download DAS Trader on your phone.
So when this happens after we trade live, should we call DAS or should we call Interactive Broker to kill the position?
Interactive brokers. You
Okay.
could either call them or use your
Use the
your
app.
phone. Use the app. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I
Calling
do.
them obviously is longer.
Yeah,
App or the phone? Okay, the app is
Just
actually
one
faster.
button. It's faster. It's just one button. Click it and it closes your position. That's it. On the app, very useful. Extremely useful. Saved me many times.
One thing though, guys, if you kill it on the app, you'll still see it on DAS. So if you then end up selling it on DAS, you will be in a short position that you don't even see on DAS. It will be in your short position on Interactive Brokers. That's something that I've hit on. So if you end up closing your position on Interactive Brokers, make sure to message DAS, tell them that you closed your position so that they remove it from DAS. Or forget about it, ignore it, and next day it's going to reset.
Just FYI, for the ones that are using the bootcamp, for the ones that have the real account, you need to put some tracker, for example, to your trader, your broker information. But because the bootcampers doesn't have a broker, they think that they cannot use that. You can use the app, but use the code demo. If you use demo, then you would be able to use the app.
That's a good tip.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem. Avi, you changed my trading style. Like today is holiday in Canada. So 10 minutes before the market open, I opened my laptop, made a trade on a SPY. I can go back to bed.
Fantastic. Congratulations, man. Enjoy your holiday.
Amazing.
Go to the beach.
Yeah.
Do something nice.
It is different. Previously, I had to just do 1 hour of investigation. Oh, what is this? What is that? Where is that? Where is the level? What is this? And it's changed. The naked trading is different things.
Yeah, best thing in the world, man. Save your mental capital. So you need
Yeah.
your mental capital to manage your emotions when you're in a trade.
Yeah.
So technical level, trading should come easy to you. Don't make it complex. At least whatever you find complex. That's my philosophy. Yeah,
80-20.
80-20, that's right. 80-20. 80-20. What are you doing up early on a holiday? On a holiday like that, I wouldn't even wake up. I'm like, forget about it. I'm not interested. But that's cool, man. You get in, make some money, then you're on a holiday. Best thing.
Yeah, I was playing with my daughter and all day yesterday. I'm super tired, so I have to have some rest.
All right. Cool, man. Get some. Yeah, I'm pretty beat up too. I spent all weekend with my kids. Saturday was all swimming and stuff. And yesterday I took them out to buy new shoes. And it's just exhausting running around a shopping mall with kids. Like, whoa. That's not my environment. But I have to do it. Anyways, yeah. Very rewarding to spend time with kids. Look at that. The SPY bounced perfectly off of that high of a couple of days ago. See that red candle? Four candles ago? That is encouraging. I wonder if I can tighten the stop even more now and add more. This will be that'll be too aggressive, I think. I'll wait for it to break. Yeah, wait for it to break that 591.60 level. For me, that's the big one. And then another add. Cool. Getting another nice Arabian sunset today. There's a lot of sand in the air, so the sun colors come out beautifully, like the smog in LA. Makes the sunsets beautiful. The same thing here in Dubai. That's a lot prettier than the 1 minute candle chart. Dustin, you got Nvidia going up? Oh, nice. Yeah, look at that. That made the move too. I see it. There you go. Hit my target. Hit. Oh man, 3 cents away. It didn't hit.
Didn't quite get the target, but
there
I
you
was
go.
able to take a good trade on a small cash account, so I feel good about it.
All right. Well, good. You capture a good entry, then you give yourself a chance. That's what matters.
I really worked hard on what you were talking about. Instead of getting froggy on the ads, just kind of being patient and waiting to see the levels set up through the trade on the longer time frames, and able to tap a couple good ads in there and let them run up to where it finally kind of put out on them. De-risk it very quickly.
Nice. Yeah. Bigger time frames, manage your risk, give yourself a chance. Perfect. You know what to do.
Nvidia had the classic retest breakout and level to level, if someone caught it.
Yeah. That was pretty good action. Pretty good pop on the breakout there. Nvidia.
It break at the first minute, but then retest at 9:35, and then from level to level.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very healthy action.
Got it. That is that reset. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Take it some day and get back to trimming briskets.
Nice. All right, here we go. Now we're popping up on the SPY. Above this burgundy line is where I want to put on more size. Just double the position, but I got to be careful. I got to make sure I keep the stop in a healthy place. Got to make sure that it truly turns that level into support. For now, it's just breaking through it. So ideally, it pulls back and bounces off 591.60, and that would be the adding opportunity. At this point, I'll just add 10 more contracts if it does all that. Otherwise, just let it run. Good little momentum breakthrough.
The next decent level we have is 592.50-ish.
92.50, right about there. What is that? Oh yeah, that's that pre-market zone. A couple on Friday.
It's pre-market zone from a couple days ago. It's not the strongest level, to be honest, so it could be ignored, but it's still something to look at profits around, probably.
That is interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's the top of the 8 a.m. candle on Friday. I used it on Friday to take a trade, I think. All right.
Those 8 a.m. candles are powerful.
Yeah.
as low as supports and resistance. I usually don't use the bottom of the ATM if I'm going long or the high of it. I'm going to the short side. Most times they're really respectful or respected.
Yeah, there's a little magic going on in those levels. It doesn't make any sense. It's just not highs or lows of previous days. There's nothing in it, but okay. It seems to work. Market makers showing their hands and put measured moves on it. That's all I do. And it's like a magic carpet ride, really. So good fun. Aiman, what was interesting is I went through your multiple timeframes course, I think 2 years ago, and it's from everything in there that I slowly developed this style of trading. It kind of started with that and just evolved it, looking at bigger timeframes, previous days highs, breakout, counting, or predicting the next candle, all that stuff. Like, whoa, that was pretty cool.
Man,
Very detailed, very good.
It was literally 8 years of experience built in one single course. I'm planning to re-update it after I come from the vacation on July. Should still have access to it. Might maybe pick a few things that are interesting, but
yeah, that's really great. Great, excellent course. And guys, yeah, take a look at that if you want. And that whole candle by candle, really being able to practice predicting the next candle. You can just look at old screenshots or zoom out on your charts and do that exercise. I've done that so much. It really gives you a good perspective on things and what are the probabilities of things likely to go, where you can manage risk, and what is the likely target. And it really helps you hold better, hold for longer for bigger moves. So those sorts of things I think are very powerful. All from Aiman's course there.
Thanks, Avi. But remember, like Avi said, eventually you need to readjust it to your trading style. Don't follow things blindly because that's not how the market works. The market is not like that happens. If that happens, then that's going to happen. The market is a little bit random, chaotic. We have different trading personalities. So you need to slowly readjust it. You can use the exact same information that I have in the course to swing trade. You could use it for scalp trading. You could use it for options. You could use it for futures. But you have to readjust it. Grasp the information and put it in your own style. And that's what Avi did there. He did an amazing job taking whatever he needed and merge it into his own trading style.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, guys. Your trading style must be a reflection of your personalities. You can always start with someone's strategy or someone's ideas, but then your appetite for risk and reward, your temperament, your tolerance, your whole purpose for day trading might be completely different, right? You are an individual, a unique individual. So your style must be a reflection of your personality and not don't try to copy. And that's when it's truly sustainable. And you'll be here for a long time. All right, this is where I need to add. I like that it broke through the level. It's still holding up. I can bring the stop in just below the level. It might become a bit tight, but that's okay. It's all bonus anyway. The break even is going to get very tight if I add, but I think the opportunity is good. There's the add. There's a new break even. It's just below the level. Ideally,
sorry, I will cut you out. Yeah. I just stopped sharing my screen, guys, so that you can see Avi's screen for those who are having issues, because anyway, I'm not in a trade right now, and the only stock that I was watching was Amazon, so this is just one of these days where I'm not trading. Well, but I'm still here if you have any questions. Let's keep an eye on Avi's trade.
Cool. There's a break even. Bring it up a little bit. You always got a bad spread with the options, so I always get it to better than break even, give it a few cents. And why is the chart messy? Okay. All right, there we go. A little add. The next target for me is it was a 594.10. Take about a few hours to get there. The truth is, I don't know where the option is going to be when the price here on the spike hits that level. It might be anywhere. Oh, what happened there? Who tweeted something?
Nice spike, actually, man. This is like literally a good ad on spot before the spike, man. That was actually amazing.
I'd like to say I knew that was going to happen.
I'll take that, right?
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. It's not the crap, really. That's cool.
I told you, Avi, that's what was going on this morning. So you come in and look what happens.
Avi made the
Oh, man. Oh, this is not one of those 3,000 contracts kind of trade, unfortunately. This is much, much smaller. But hey, I'll take it. That was interesting. On Friday when I was trading, I took the options positions, finished the trade, and one of my mentees showed me the chart. He took a screenshot and he saw my entries and exits on the options chart were spikes in volume on options. I'm like, oh shit, there's a problem there. I was like, uh-oh, might be something there to be paying attention to. Again, I'm only trading this because liquidity is good, but if I'm eating liquidity, I don't want to be the one moving the price. So basically getting a bad fill then.
Exactly.
But so far it's okay. I'll take it. Anyways, anyone knows what happened there with that spike? Was there a tweet? Mr. Trump say something? Or was just market makers needing to fill orders? 593.
Everything jumped. All the
Everything.
nice
Ashkari is speaking right now. He started speaking at 10.
Yeah, that makes sense.
One of the Fed speakers.
Okay.
I don't know if he said something. I don't know if anybody's got Banzinga or a financial feed up or something.
Okay. Cool. Well, he just showed up and his microphone don't work and everything pops up. You know, all these guys have to do is just show up and everything starts jumping around. And again, you'll see the order book clear out, all that stuff. I'm not watching the order book, just candlesticks. Again, this would be healthy price action. You can see the high previously, it was a 10:02 candle. Then the breakout happened with that momentum. Ideally, it comes down and bounces off of that where it broke out from. And that's healthy price action. If it just goes straight up in a straight line, that's not healthy. That means it could easily just swing back the other way, pop back the other way. But moving in waves is healthy. Should go consolidate, just keep retesting previous breakouts, and then it's sustainable. Then you have a healthy trend. 593 is an interesting area. On Friday, we had the 8 a.m. candle there, and you also had intraday, middle of the day, you can see where it struggled a bit. It was in an uptrend, little consolidation, and continue. So right where it is now, area of interest. So it makes sense it's consolidating here. And then give us another.
Then all the way to previous day close.
Yes, that's the plan. Previous day's close. And then let's call it the end of Monday. Come back on Tuesday. That would be nice. I don't think I've had a trade at the open in a couple of months, it feels like. So today's good. Refreshing.
Why didn't you take Amazon? I did not expect it to run that much, Soren. So basically, based on my target, I expected it to go maybe maximum to 203, 203.50-ish. So if I played it at 932 where it was set, the stop loss was a bit too wide and I would have barely got off it maybe 1 or 2 hours. And that's not the style of trading that I'm doing. Any trade that I take, when I pull the trigger, I want to see a realistic 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. If it's not there, I'm just not taking it. It did run actually, and if I pulled it and I held it all the way up here, that would have been maybe an 8 or 9 hours trade. But you couldn't have known that it's going to run that much today. I trade only the A and A plus opportunities. Never take B, never take C. And that's what's keeping me consistent in the long run. I'm one of the traders who trades maybe 2-3 days per week. That's me. And, probably 2 days per week. At least 2 days per week, I don't execute any trade because it's not A plus.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Even my trading got better once I got more selective about my setups and accepting the fact that I don't have to trade every day. Just because I show up doesn't mean I have to give the market my money, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's a very important point. Even my trading got so much better once I got that in my head.
And as a full-time trader, you need to make money out of trading. You don't need to just simply trade. You need to actually make money out of trading. And if trading less is what makes you money, then you better trade less.
Absolutely. I love it. Yeah, trading less, waiting for better setups, and then letting them play out, as in let them run. You don't want to just go in and out of positions. Get a good one because it's good. There's a good probability of the pattern playing out. It's going to run to the target. So work with that. Make your winners run. Add to your winners. Cut your losers tight, short, and that's how you make money.
To be honest with you, this was one of these amazing days. We don't get many days like this. It's maybe a couple of months which are that clean, where you get an entry and it runs in your favor during the whole day. Usually you get an entry, it runs a little bit, goes out, quick shot, break even, then it runs, or it gets you sold out 2-3 times and then it runs. But this is just one of these rare days where the setup is there, the level is so clear, it goes above the level, you pull the trigger and it just runs and never stops.
Yeah, nice when that happens.
Amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I haven't caught one of these at the open in a while because these are not normal days. Normally you have to wait for a big reversal, middle of the day sort of thing. That's what I did on Friday, and I think even on Tuesday last week. So that's nice when these happen. Not always, but it's good when it happens. All right, now SPY coming to 592. Let's see if it bounces there. That would be a good place to bounce off. That would basically be a retest of the breakout. You can see the top of that candle at 10:02. Let's see. This will be fun. As far as I'm concerned, there's no opportunity to add because my stop needs to be below the burgundy line. It cannot be above that. My strategy tells me that's the key level, and beyond that, you gotta let it run. So no more adding. I don't see any opportunities to add anywhere as this thing goes.
And adding into a wing position is important, but it is not a must. You really need to add into wing position when there is an opportunity. You don't want to force adding or over adding, because it does increase your profit, but at the same time it ruins your average. And if you add at the wrong place, then you put yourself into the risk of getting stopped out or wicked out, or maybe losing more than you've planned. So if you don't see an option to add, just hold on to your original position, especially when it's coming closer to your final target.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch that break-even point. Very important. So, there we go. A little bounce. You can see that bounce happened off of that 10:02 candle. Healthy price action again. Breakout, retest. Looks good so far. And what do we have? 594.10. So where does the option end up if the SPY ends up there? With 0 DT, it's really hard to predict. You can kind of look at how many centimeters on your chart did the last candle go, and so you just kind of look at on your screen, 2 centimeters more on the chart. Just do something like that. But with 0 DT, if it takes a while to go, it'll decay against you, and it's so hard to predict where the option might be. There are calculations using delta and stuff. It takes more than 5 seconds to figure out. My brain overheats, so I don't want to do it. So I might as well just watch this thing, see where it wants to go. It shouldn't take too long. Anyways, guys, another 15 minutes or so in this session. We end at 10:30. After that, I'll be in the BBT webinar room at 11 for the elite members. But next 15 minutes, let us know anything else on your minds. Any questions, comments, concerns, problems, life issues, legal problems, whatever. Bring it all up. All impacts your trading.
We're good psychologists as traders.
Yeah, it's all psychology. The only thing I don't want to talk about is Red Bull. Other than that, whatever you want. On Friday with my mentees, we got into a little shooting game on Discord, and we start shooting each other. I loved it. What a relief that was. I didn't realize I enjoyed shooting my mentees so much. Just shooting first-person shooter stuff. I was so happy.
Was it like which game was it?
I don't know. One of my mentees found it, Pixel or something. I don't even know. Like really cheap graphics, it's like pixelated, but the fun, it's really fun. Grenades and snipers and whatever. Just, oh man.
Aiman, you should show up to a happy hour.
Yeah. Hey, when you're a gamer, you come in here, you kill everybody.
Lenny was there, Thor was there, Paris comes in sometimes.
Oh, I enjoy that. Honestly, one of the things that I'm doing when I'm taking a trade or when I'm in a trade or maybe waiting for a trade is playing. I mean, I'm not telling you get to gaming or playing, but you need to do something that keeps your emotion in check. If I just sit and look at the charts for hours or even for like 1 hour, not hours, I get exhausted, I get fatigued, and I feel like executing trades that I don't want to. And I know that it takes time before the setup. sets up, but watching this 1 minute by 1 minute by 1 minute could get me to pull the triggers. What do? I either watch something and I put an alert and I wait for that alert to be triggered, or I just play because I know that one round is going to be around 20 minutes. Then take a look at the chart. If I see that it's closer to my entry position or closer to my level, I'll stop playing and I'll just watch it and see how it behaves around the level. If I see that it will take at least 15, 20 minutes before it sets up, I just start another game. It's one of the things that helped me control my emotions and be more patient, waiting for the setup to work. And you probably want to do something similar, something that helps you stay patient. Maybe just something as simple as putting an alert, turn on the speaker, and do something around the house.
Yeah, excellent point. For this kind of trading, where you're just slow and waiting, and the executions are minimal. You get one entry, then the target's far away. It takes hours to get there. You need to occupy yourself. Yeah, I love it. When I'm not on the microphone, I'm usually playing the guitar, so I'm letting this thing go.
Exactly. Just he figured out something that helps him. Just you need to figure out something that helps you.
Yeah, either that or I go polish my Ferrari. So there you go. You want to see it? You want to see it? Look at that. It's got a V8 twin turbo. Look at this thing. It's amazing.
Oh, shoot. That probably takes a few minutes to polish. You need to upgrade, Avi. You need to upgrade.
I need to upgrade. It's a beautiful car, man. It's so sexy. Holy shit. It's going to cost like $300,000 to buy it, but not there yet.
It's easy to park, though, too. That one's easy to park, though, too.
Easy to park, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it sits on my desk right next to the airplane models.
I mean, that's his motivation.
There you go.
One day I'm going to get you in real life.
Oh, yes. Ferraris. Oh, boy. A lot of fun. What do we have? The SPY messing around again, 593 as expected. You can see last time it got there, it was a 30-minute consolidation candle. So on a 1 minute chart, you know, if it's going to do the same thing, it's going to be 31 minute candles where it's just sitting in this area. And if you get caught up in the noise of a 1 minute chart, you'll miss out on the bigger picture. So always zoom out and let it be. Like it looks like it may not want to go on a 1 minute, but really it's doing what's expected on a 30 minutes. So leave it alone. Play some guitar, do something. Video games.
Video games, dude.
Yeah. All right. 10 more minutes, guys. Whatever's on your mind, let us know.
Honestly, I think tomorrow is going to be another good day, especially if today ends up closing bullish. If today ends up closing bullish, just looking at how the daily chart looks like, we're probably going to have at least one more continuation day tomorrow. I mean, this looks like a really good, nice. This is the first pullback we've had, like a decent pullback we've had in a while. Even though it happened because of a gap, it still formed kind of a pullback, and we might have one continuation.
Yeah, that's a good point. I see that. And I'd like to tomorrow look at a breakout of yesterday's high.
Exactly.
That long from there tomorrow would be epic. And you're going, it goes straight up into these areas, 605. Very interesting. Yeah, passive income. You got a question here?
Yeah, good morning. Were you able to upload the DOS for beginners? The video that you were talking about the other day?
Yeah, I did, and I got feedback that apparently it's the wrong video. I put the wrong video in the wrong place. So after this session, I'm going to go clean that up.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you all know.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. No worries. See, it's this kind of stuff that I'm not good at. Just throwing videos to the internet. I don't know which one to put where. Oh, well. Yeah. He said junk so slow.
So for those who missed the move and are just trading for the whole day, one of the things that could happen, because we are actually extended and the market is not going to keep going up and closing exactly at high, it's going to make at least a 20% pullback. If you are patient enough and you wait for a double top on the 5-minute chart that forms within at least a 45 minutes span, 45 minutes to an hour span, with a small fake break, then that's something that could actually work. It's a strategy that I recommend for my mentees who are trading futures. And the win rate on that one is around 70 to 75%. Really good one. Every 3 out of 4 setups work. Just make sure that it's a double top that's happening before the 60-minute chart or the 30-minute chart had a pullback. that's forming within a span of 45 minutes to an hour.
Nice. Yeah. It's a good point. You have a time frame of how long it should take to make that double top. I like that. It's an interesting idea. I haven't thought about that before. All right.
The longer it forms, the more people get trapped. They try and try and try and try, and it fails and fails and fails, and then they give up, and then it runs.
Oh, I love it when that happens to everyone else, not me. They're laughing.
If you're making money there, then yeah.
That's so funny, though. It's just a matter of waiting for the precise setup. That's the thing everyone seems to miss out on. Everyone gets excited when they jump in early and all that. Oh. Yeah. All right. Slow. When you're getting bored with trading, that's when you're doing it right. That's how you know you're doing it right. It's a good symptom.
Exactly.
You know what? I might just start keeping some dumbbells in the office just to stay occupied with that. I can do two things at once: get a little workout and trade. In situations like this, like, what else are you gonna do? You put a pull-up bar on the roof or something.
Yeah, I mean, this is like one of these days where it was one single opportunity. If you missed it, then you probably don't want to get yourself into any mess. You sit and watch, or just come back later. But look at these guys. Those who did not take a trade yet and missed the open, you are actually in a win, because you did not revenge trade. You did not try to get yourself into a trade. It's better than losing in revenge trading, because the market is full of opportunities. Maybe not as clear as today's opportunities, but even today's opportunities are going to repeat itself. Who knows? Maybe even tomorrow.
Yeah, it is a win. Yeah, not revenge trading. You've conquered yourself. That's important. Very, very important. Yeah. All right. I get this silly little woodpeckers around here in Dubai at the moment, and they keep pecking on the glass windows. I don't get it. Why are they hurting themselves? So silly. I almost want to feel sorry for them. I'm like, what are they doing?
We have one that gets up on the electrical post out in front of our driveway. It just bangs on it like all day.
Really silly birds, man.
And sitting in the house thinking something's wrong in the house. I go out there and ding.
Yeah, you hear a sound like pack, pack, pack. Like, oh, something's broken. What's going on? It's this dumbass woodpecker. Yeah, little peckers. All right, here comes the spy. Let's see if this bounces off somewhere here. That would be fun. Again, I can't add. I don't have the opportunity to add here, but let's see if it will be healthy price action. Bounce off this 592 zone, maybe right off that level, 591.60, and find some new buyers stepping up. That will help it move up to the target. Points of interest right here. You can already see the options disintegrate. See where the price is on the SPY chart. Basically the bottom of that big candle, but already below the bottom of that big candle on the option. So the time decay is an issue. So I got in this, 3-4 minutes after the open. How long has this been now? Close to an hour in this trade. And time decay, it has a place, especially on 0DT. I mean, this thing's going to expire today. So you want to be careful with time decay. It really can mess you up. So you have a pecker that pecks the chimney of the metal stack. I don't know what to do with these birds. I really don't know. want to capture them and put them in a cage. They'll be less hurt, you know. Do something. Oh man. No, what's really fun here in Dubai is falcons. This falconeering is a bit of a sport here. They release pigeons and then release the falcon to go catch the pigeon and destroy it, kill it. It's a sport. Who's got the fastest falcon? It's pretty cool. All right, here we go. Coming down to my break-even area, very close. My break-even, well, my stop's meant to be below the level, but you can see that disintegration in the contract. Let's see if it bounces off of that level. Otherwise, I don't want to be in this anyway. And so the stop's in the right place. I got 377. Yeah, I got 10 cents on the better than break even just for the spreads and stuff. It's not a very heavy position. It's just 20 contracts. So liquidity won't be an issue. But there you go. There's that nice bounce. Look at that. Right off of these levels. Now, if y'all don't believe in Avi levels, today's the day you start believing. Just look at that. It's perfect. I would love to add, but again, no opportunity.
Avi, can you explain why there's an opportunity to add?
Because I can't move the stop in tighter and still keep it in a technically correct place. You can see where my stop is now. It's right below it. It almost hit the stop right there on that pullback, on that bounce off that level. And if I add in, I need to move my stop in tighter to the new break even to make it at break even, unless I want to add by putting risk on. I don't want to put any more risk on. It's not a place for that. For me, it's, if I'm adding, I don't want to, I just want to keep it at break even. So my prerequisite for adding is basically, can I move the stop in? If I cannot move the stop in tighter, then I cannot add. That's the checklist. So I'm always thinking about risk. Risk is the first and most important thing. That's what keeps you alive in this business. Risk management.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we have 10:30. That was a fun little session. Hope you guys had fun, got some trades. And always a pleasure, Aiman. This is such a treat and an honor for me to be trading with you, man. You're a bit of a hero for me. You don't even know it. So
I actually enjoyed it, Avi. I mean, you're an amazing trader, and we'll have more of these for sure.
Yeah, we'll do more of this. Thanks, guys.
Exactly.
Thanks, everyone. I'll be in the BBT webinar room at 11. Come say hi. We'll goof around, talk about trading. I don't think I'll take any more trades today. Come in there. And talk to y'all soon, guys. Take it easy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Trade smart.
Bye.
See ya.